Rip me out the plastic, I'm acting brand new. When I tell y'all, that song is like stuck in my head. It's like some people have like a 30 midlife crisis. Hey guys, it's SamSoflawless and welcome back to my channel. So today I just had this like epiphany where I wanted to just, just have like a conversation, because like last week or like the week before or the past few weeks, like I've just been reflecting on like being in my 30s now, and I'm just like, 30s are lit, there are challenges with your 30s, but 30s aren't bad, like I'm sitting here pondering about being in my 30s, right? And I'm thinking about when I was in my 20s, what did I think, or how did I think my 30s would be? Or am I where I said I would be in my 30s? I've just been thinking about that. So let's like dive into it. Let's jump into it. Let's rip the plastic off. Ow. You see, I dropped my little thing, my remote control, and now I just knocked my camera. But whatever. Let's get into it. Like in my 30s so far, like I'm chill. I'm way chiller. Like I chilled out a lot. Like I don't have to be in the streets like that. I don't have to, every time somebody's having something, I don't have to go. Every time someone's having a party, or if it's a party somewhere, or if anything like that, I rarely even go to parties anymore. But like if it's well, not really parties, but like the club, you know what I mean. But like I'm like, if I can have a chill day in the crib and watch some TV, that's what I'm doing, okay? Because in my 20s, I was in them streets. And not like streets, but like I was just in the street, like going to, if it was a party going on, if it was somewhere where I was going to be hearing Jeezy, or like, well, no, that's because that's giving ratchet. But like, no offense, not saying Jeezy ratchet, but whatever, you know what I mean. But like, if it was a party in my 20s, me and my friends, we was in a party, okay? We were trying to be at the club, like, no matter what, in my 20s. In my 30s, no, not as much. Like I'll go to a club here and there if somebody invites me, but it's not like, oh, we need to be in there, oh, it's gonna be jumping, oh, I know it's gonna be jumping. I don't do all that anymore. I'm past that, done with that. And it's like, when you leave the party, depending on the pair of heels you wear, your feet gonna be hurting, you tiptoeing to the car. Those days are done. Well, they're not done. I don't want to say they're done, but not to the extent in which I used to do it. Like, no, it's just not happening anymore. Also, when I hit my 30s, I really became focused on my career. Like I was focused on my career in my 20s, but in my 30s, I started to understand how to foster relationships with management or managers in companies that I work for or worked for. That has helped me to excel in my career. That has helped me to increase my salary. That has helped me get more experience. That has helped me obtain more knowledge, add more things to my resume, add more things to my LinkedIn, get different recruiters. I'm like going around in a circle in a tangent, but like all of that stuff, like adding to my resume and adding to my LinkedIn, has caused an influx of recruiters to reach out to me for different roles that I'm like, dang, I didn't even think to apply to this, and y'all paying how much? Like, okay, let me see what y'all talking about. Like, that's what my 30s now, career focused, career driven. I gotta get there. I got plans, goals, aspirations that I must achieve. I will achieve. I will get there. And like, that's very important to me right now. So I really spend more time focusing on that, and focusing, not always focusing on that, but because it's more to life besides work and your career. But I definitely focus on that so it can afford me, it allows me to have the life that I want to have. Like, you know, you gotta work. You gotta work, because I like to go out to dinner, I like to eat, I like to shop. So I gotta to get it right. And you know, another thing with my career, I don't play with my career anymore. Like, if the job not it, if I see that it's not gonna be it, now I'm not just saying just quit every job, but I'm definitely not opposed to removing yourself from a job that you see that it's not gonna get you where you want to go, or it's not giving. No, let me put my professional speaking voice on. Let me use my professional words. If you are in a career, or you're in a current job, and the job is not advantageous to your career, then you should seek other employment. If the job is not something that you want to do, or you don't love it, then you should seek other employment, because you're never going to be happy, and every day you're going to complain. And if you complain every day, then you're going to make yourself miserable. And if you make yourself miserable, when you get home, you're going to be miserable, and you're going to be dreading getting up in the morning and logging into your computer if you work from home, or driving to your commute. So find what you like and stick to it, and then get you some mentors, get you a few mentors, get with some people who has more tenure than you. I can't get the word out. Get with people who has more experience than you, who maybe are like more senior level managers, and get them to mentor you. Give them your expertise. Don't be afraid of feedback of your work. Don't be afraid of constructive criticism, because that's only going to propel you higher in your career, and you're going to get there. Especially as women in our 30s, we're still kind of like early career. It's not like super early, like entry level, but it's early enough where you can get a lot of help and assistance. So yeah, that's how I like feel about my career. Like, it's been very interesting, but I have made a lot of connections now where I feel like, okay, and I don't think I'm perfect, and it's okay to not be perfect in your career. You're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna be the best at everything, and you're not gonna be, the #1 top performer. So don't worry about it. Just keep doing you. So now in my 30s, like, I understand Sex in the City. When I say I understand that show now, I overstand it. Isn't that what people say? They overstand. That's funny. Especially when it comes to relationships and men. Like, Carrie was wilding, because I would definitely chose Aiden. Now 20-year-old Samantha, I probably wouldn't have chose Aiden, because you like the hunt, you like the back and forth with the men when you're younger. But me currently, nah, give me Aiden. I'm riding with Aiden. Okay, so to the Aiden in my life right now, I will choose you every day, every step of the way. Trust me. No, seriously. Like, relationships in your 30s are very interesting. And that's all I'm going to say. But stay away from relationship podcasts because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them, okay? It's just, you don't need to be listening to it, especially women. Talk to the Lord, pray to God, talk to God, and He will direct your path or what you're supposed to do when it comes to relationship, okay? Now listen to these people because they're going to have you single. And you're going to be alone. And who want to be, what Drake say? Who want to be 70 and alone? Is that what he said? I will pull it up, but I don't need no issues with YouTube. But yeah, I love Drake. Are y'all going to the concert? Like, I plan on going to the concert, y'all. Let me know if you're going to the concert to see Drake. Yeah. Sex in the City, chat. I think I'm right now. It's giving for me. I'm giving Charlotte, but I'm also giving Carrie. I'm never giving Miranda. I'm just never giving Miranda. Like, no, she just do too much. And I don't give Samantha. So I'm a little Carrie mixed with a little Charlotte. You know. That's what I'm on in my 30s. What are you on? Friends. How many of us have them friends? Ones we can depend on. Friends. Friendships in your 30s are very interesting. But lucky for me, most of my friends I've been friends with since I've been like, me and Amber have been best friends since the 6th grade in Miss Rostelli's science class. So most of my friends I've been friends with since middle school, high school, and undergrad. But then, in your 30s, you have friends, then you don't have friends, then things happen, misunderstandings, all of that jazz. But hey, you meet new friends and you clear the air. So I'm like, now my 30s is about communication for me, right? So and that's communication even when I'm like relationships like with the opposite sex. But communication really, they say communication rules the nation, right? So communication is very important. And you need to have clear and concise communication with your friends, okay? You gotta be honest. You have to be treat people how you want to be treated. That's all I'm gonna say. If you do that, continue to do that, why am I giving advice? Like, I'm not even trying to give advice. I'm just talking, talking things out of my mind, Like, I learned that you have to communicate. Because if you don't communicate and talk things out, I don't like this section. You know what I realized? People talk about your 30s or talk about 30s like it's old. And I probably used to talk about 30s like it was old, right? But it's still like really young. Like, you're still young. You're not like 20s young, like 18 young, 19 young. But it's like, you're still young. Like, you're still trying to figure it out. So I don't even let it stress me anymore about like, oh, I gotta try to keep up with the Joneses. I gotta keep up with such and such. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. No, you take care of you. You take care of yourself. Make sure all your stuff is straight. Because at the end of the day, all you got is you, and you gotta take care of yourself. So, and if you keep that mindset about like 30s, and you're thinking like, oh, I should have this by the time I'm like 32. I should have this by the time I'm 35. Or I should have this by the time I'm like 37. No. Because if it was time for you to have it, you will have it. Or you just not putting the work in, and you gotta put the work in. It's easy to talk about things and never do them. And it's a difference when you talk about things and you put action to them. Once you put that action to that, then you see if it works for you, if it does not work for you. And then you can say, what you should have had or what you shouldn't have had, right? But no. 30s is still young. We just figuring it out, living our best life. Living a life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. I don't know why I'm singing. I don't even know. I'm just here recording. Just talking to myself, What's going on, everybody? I just had just wanted to talk about my 30s and like what's happening. Like, I'm enjoying my 30s. It's lit. It's a lituation. I'm figuring it out day by day. That's all you can do. That's all we can do. But God is good. And He will always take care of you. And that's all I got. I don't really have anything else. Like, I just want to talk about my 30s for a second. So, like, can y'all leave me a comment or, like, tell me about your 30s? Like, I just want to see. Let's have some interaction. Let's have some conversations about our 30s. Okay? Bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.